Welcome, seekers of truth, to the Prophecy Matrix. Today, we decode the sky's hidden signs. God doesn't use the internet to reveal his plans. He uses a giant cosmic billboard no one can ignore. Just look up. When the moon turns into the color of blood, Middle Eastern history is quickly rewritten. This isn't random chance or basic astrology, it's God's exact mathematical clock of true miracles. Ready to decode the mystery? Let's open the sacred files of the Prophecy Matrix right now. Across the globe, modern astronomers point their brass telescopes at the night sky, watching a stunning event. A total lunar eclipse begins to cast a dark shadow. Slowly, the silver moon is stained with a deep crimson. Scientists track this orbital dance on tactical sand tables, plotting the exact geometry of our solar system. They call it a blood moon. To secular minds, it is just a rare alignment of the sun, earth, and the moon. But within the ancient texts, this celestial phenomenon serves as a divine warning for the nation of Israel. According to historical records, these red moons appear during moments of immense geopolitical tension. Observers in darkened observatories analyze the data. The mathematical precision is absolutely flawless. This exact timing eliminates any possibility of random chance or chaotic cosmic coincidence in the universe. When 4 consecutive blood moons happen in a row, astronomers formally label this rare sequence as a tetrad. A tetrad is scientifically unusual, but its connection to Jewish holy days is deeply terrifying. Throughout the centuries, these specific lunar events perfectly overlap with Passover and the Feast of Tabernacles. The Creator aligned the cosmos to match his appointed times, setting a visual alarm clock for humanity. We must ask ourselves a vital question. Are we merely watching rocks float in space, or reading a message? The glowing red light from the telescope lens reflects in the eyes of those who finally understand the truth. Let us travel back to the ancient deserts, where the very first warnings of this cosmic clock were spoken aloud. In the 8th century before Christ, the prophet Joel stood in the arid wilderness of ancient Judea. Dressed in rough woven sackcloth, he raised his wooden shepherd's staff toward a remarkably darkened sky. The ancient Hebrew scrolls record his chilling prophecy about the upcoming day of ultimate judgment. He proclaimed that the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great day of the Lord. His weathered face, baked by the desert sun, glowed under the ominous red light of a total lunar eclipse. This was not a poetic metaphor. It was a literal astronomical marker for future generations to witness. Fast forward to the 1st century, during the vibrant and crowded festival of Pentecost in Jerusalem. The Apostle Peter stood boldly among the massive crowds, unrolling a heavily textured parchment scroll. With a sturdy fisherman's build and intense focus, he pointed upward to the same terrifying celestial sign. Peter echoed the exact words of Joel, confirming that the blood moon serves as a timeless divine signature. He warned the Judean people that these cosmic events signal dramatic shifts in spiritual and earthly power. Historians note that shortly after Peter's bold sermon, the Grand Temple of Jerusalem was completely destroyed. The ancient prophecies established a strict theological framework for understanding the violent history of the region. Now, let us examine the modern era, where the mysterious tetrads begin to align with intense global conflicts. In the last 500 years, there have been only 3 tetrads that fell exactly on the Jewish feast days. Each one of these rare astronomical cycles corresponds to a pivotal and bloody chapter for the Jewish people. The statistical probability of these exact alignments happening by sheer accident is practically zero. It is a deliberate mathematical code, carved into the mechanics of the solar system by the Creator himself. The sky acts as a silent witness, counting down the years, months, and days until the next great upheaval. Let us open the historical archives and analyze the first modern tetrad that changed the world forever. The year is 1492. The Spanish Inquisition issues the brutal Alhambra decree against the Jews. Sephardic refugees are forced to abandon their homes, trudging down muddy paths with heavy wooden chests. Exhausted families in tattered wool coats weep as they face a sudden, terrifying exile from their homeland. As they marched into the unknown, a tetrad of blood moons began to appear directly above their heads in the sky. This first blood moon tetrad coincided perfectly with Passover and the Feast of Tabernacles in 1493. The heavens turned red, marking the painful birth of a massive diaspora that scattered the people across the earth. Yet, this tragic expulsion simultaneously paved the way for the discovery of a new world across the ocean. If you were forced to leave everything behind, would you still believe the red sky was a sign of divine protection? Centuries passed. The Jewish people endured relentless persecution, culminating in the horrors of the Holocaust. Then came 1948. The modern state of Israel miraculously declared its independence to the world. Immediately, neighboring armies invaded, launching a desperate and bloody war for ultimate survival in the desert. Israeli soldiers crouched in muddy trenches, their khaki uniforms heavily soiled with dirt and black gunpowder. Gripping vintage bolt-action rifles, these young militiamen fought fiercely against overwhelming enemy numbers. During this fierce war of independence, the second prophetic tetrad of blood moons illuminated the night sky. Falling exactly on the Jewish holidays, in 1949, the crimson moon watched over the battlefield. The newborn nation survived against all odds, firmly establishing its borders under the glow of the red heavens. The mathematical clock ticked forward to 1967. The famous Six-Day War suddenly erupted. The stakes were impossibly high. The survival of the Jewish state hung by a very thin and fragile thread. But in a stunning military victory, Israeli forces pushed forward and captured the ancient city of Jerusalem. Elite paratroopers in olive drab uniforms and steel helmets approached the sacred Western Wall for the first time. Faces smudged with combat soot and streaming with tears, they gently touched the massive ancient stones in awe. Above this emotional victory, the third historical tetrad of blood moons began its precise cosmic sequence. Once again, the eclipses aligned flawlessly with Passover and Sukkot, marking the reunification of the Holy City. Expulsion, creation, and restoration. Three massive turning points, all marked by the exact same celestial sign. The tactical sand table of history shows that God uses wars and empires to fulfill his ultimate master plan. These blood moons are not causes of disaster, but they are highly visible milestones on a divine calendar. They demand our strict attention, reminding humanity that the timeline of Earth is deeply connected to the cosmos. Many modern scholars argue that these alignments are merely an expected outcome of the complex lunar cycle. However, the historical facts remain undeniable. The timing correlates with profound moments of Jewish history. Knowing this flawless pattern, how can anyone look at the stars today and still call it a random coincidence? The tactical sand table now shifts to the present day. The global geopolitical climate is boiling with tension. A giant wooden hourglass sits on the table, its final grains of sand slipping rapidly through the narrow glass. The prophecies of Joel and Peter have been validated by the relentless march of modern military conflicts. We have witnessed the gathering of the exiles and the miraculous restoration of the ancient capital city. The cosmic billboard has flashed its red warnings repeatedly. urging humanity to prepare for the final act. As we analyze the data, we must recognize that the ultimate culmination of these signs is rapidly approaching. The Middle East remains a volatile powder keg, waiting for a single spark to ignite a massive global fire. Treaties are being drafted in secret as world leaders desperately search for a permanent solution to the chaos. But the ancient texts warn us of a false peace, a deceptive agreement that will trigger the darkest days ahead. On the sand table, a mysterious parchment treaty lies waiting for a signature that will change everything. The gears of the cosmic clock are turning. The next celestial event is already locked into its orbital path. We cannot stop the heavens from moving, nor can we alter the prophetic timeline set by the Creator himself. Our only option is to watch, learn, and understand the profound spiritual reality behind the daily news headlines. The blood moons of the past have laid down a clear historical track, pointing directly toward a final showdown. The prophecy matrix is fully activated. The puzzle pieces of the ancient apocalypse are falling into place now. We must remain vigilant, analyzing the skies and the scriptures with an objective and completely open mind. The final hour is approaching. The stage is set for the ultimate climax of human history and divine intervention. The sky has spoken. The hourglass is almost empty. Every prophecy is aligning right before our eyes. Will the Antichrist's 7-year peace treaty fool the world? Share your thoughts below and join the debate. Don't miss our next investigation. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more hidden truths.